ready to listen to you read to the Shaggy Dog story. Which one is it that you would like to read now?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This one title is Three Men Went Driving Down.
So this is on the website
Yeah,
that,
on
or
your the website you shared to me.
is it the same page or
The,
is it a different page?
the same page
The same page. So it's talking about three men.
where were driving down along the country road
They were driving down a country road.
before the lion and the elephant. This one, can you
I'm
find?
trying to have a look. Oh, I can see the elephant one.
And
Uh, oh, the lion and the elephant. So it's the one just before. Yes, three men. I found it now. Yes, that's
okay,
it. Excellent. So I'm listening to you, Becca.
okay.
Thank you. Hmm.
Uh, oh, so can I turn off? I don't want. Okay. Three men were driving down along
Were
the
three men
were
were driving down.
were
Yes.
driving down along the country road one
Yes.
night.
Yes.
Suddenly, the car broke down.
Right.
One man was a mechanic,
Yes.
but try as he might, he
Yes.
couldn't get the car to start.
Right.
They checked, but there was no cell phone
Hmm.
reception for
Hmm.
at least 100 yards in every direction.
Yes.
Looking around, they saw a dim light far
Yes.
in the distance,
Yes.
and with no other option,
Hmm.
they headed towards it. About
Yes.
halfway there,
Hmm.
the wind was becoming full fierce.
That's right. Yes.
A storm was brewing.
Right.
They had a brief debate
Yes.
whether or not go back to the car,
Yes.
but decided if they
If
were
they
to
were,
they
remember,
were oh,
were.
if
That's
they
right.
were to go back,
Yes.
the wind would be against them,
Ah,
and
yes.
so continued on.
Hmm.
As the rain started to calm down, they
Yes.
found the light
They
was from.
found. They
They
found. So
found
you need to be careful with these sounds like down and
down,
found.
found.
It's like how now brown cow. Have I given you this little let's say poem to say before? Have I told you about this before? How now brown cow?
No,
No, not yet. Okay, let me give this to you. Okay.
how
How
now,
now
now,
brown cow. So you need to practice
how
saying that.
now,
That's right.
brown cow,
That's right. How now
how
brown
brown
cow.
cow,
And again, Becca.
how
Hmm.
how now
Hmm.
brown cow.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, you say it so well now, Becca. It's just like music to my ears. It's wonderful. Yes, that's really good.
Okay,
Excellent.
sense.
So now try saying um, down,
Down,
found.
down, down, found.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, you have it right now, Becca. Very good.
Okay,
You have it. Hmm.
so I go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank
Okay,
you. Hmm.
they found the
Yes.
diet was from a bed
Hmm.
and breakfast.
Right.
The proprietor
Yes.
was skinning old woman.
Actually, you would pronounce this word proprietor.
The proprietor, oh,
Proprietor, yes,
the
proprietor.
proprietor was a skinning old woman.
Yes.
So deaf, the
Hmm.
man needed to shout to get her attention,
Yes.
but polite enough.
Mm-hmm.
and was not at all unhappy about them checking in so late.
Yes.
They decided it was late, so they would call a tow truck
Tow truck. Yes.
in the morning, and they
Mm-hmm.
went to bed.
Yes.
The next day, they woke up the next morning and
Mm-hmm.
went downstairs for
Yes.
breakfast.
Yes.
The first man ordered cornflakes.
Right.
The second man ordered cornflakes.
Right.
And the third man ordered Fruit Loops.
Right.
So what's I don't know what the jokes.
Well, you need to read the line that's underneath. What's the line that's underneath, Becca? The
What's
last line, the punchline.
the punchline?
Yeah, the
Oh,
punchline is the last line, the one that's
you
underneath.
mean what's the moral of
That's it.
this?
Yes, that's
What's the
it.
moral of the story?
Yes, that's right. And then the very last sentence, that is it.
Two
That is,
out of three people
yes,
chose cornflakes.
choose,
Choose
choose.
choose
Yes,
cornflakes.
that's right. That means that more people choose cornflakes, twice as many choose cornflakes as those who choose Fruit Loops, which means that cornflakes is more popular than Fruit Loops. They prefer cornflakes, maybe because, everybody knows cornflakes, but not everybody knows Fruit Loops. So that may be the reason why. So this is a very interesting statistic, you see. Um, they've studied this, and these are
Oh,
the results of their study, of their analysis, that cornflakes are twice as popular as Fruit Loops, because 2 out of 3 people choose cornflakes, but only one person out of 3 chooses Fruit Loops,
so
Becca.
so means this Shaky Dog story.
Yes.
The
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
final question is the main point in this joke.
Yes. So
Oh, so
that
I
is the
need to
main.
I need to ask you what's the
Yes.
moral of the story.
Yes, you asked me what the moral of the
Ah,
story is, and I tell you the moral of the story is that 2 out of 3 people choose cornflakes, and that's it. You see? So this is
okay.
really very interesting. Yes, this is really important information to know that cornflakes are more popular and sell better than
Oh,
Fruit Loops. Now we know. You see, we didn't know that before. We've discovered
mm-mm.
something new. We've learned something. So you see, it wasn't a waste of time reading this joke. We've actually learned something.
Nothing related to the broken car.
Oh, nothing at all to do with a broken car. That's
Ah,
just an
okay.
excuse. That that
Mm,
that's just to arouse the interest of the person. And so that way the listener, listens wondering, what's happened and what's going to happen next. Suspense, they're like really expecting something. And finally, they receive just a little bit of information saying that 2 out of 3 people choose cornflakes.
oh, okay.
Yes.
Mm,
So you understand how this kind of humor is a little bit different from other types of humor, and that's why we only find this in the UK or in English-speaking countries. I mean, for you in your country,
uh-huh.
have you ever heard of a joke like that? A joke which starts talking about 3 men driving down the lonely country road one night and ends up telling you um, the marketing information about cereal, that cornflakes is twice as popular as Fruit Loops. Uh, so do you have anything like that at all?
Yeah, we have the similar, just like
Really? You have
two
jokes?
two
Yeah.
different topics and came
Ah,
together, and uh,
really?
some people
Wow.
think it's fun, but
Yes.
for some of people they may not think it's fun.
Well, maybe because they don't understand, you see, they're expecting to
Mm.
know what these 3 men were doing driving down the lonely country road one night. They want to know what happened in the end.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
instead, they're kind of still, a little bit unsatisfied because their curiosity hasn't been fully satisfied. They're expecting something else,
Yeah.
but instead they're told some marketing information about the cereal industry that cornflakes has a market share which is twice as big as Fruit Loops. Amazing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay. And so you have those kinds of jokes in your country as well then, Becca?
Yeah, but sometimes it's related to your daily life, and
Ah,
but if you are not, you don't live in this city or this area, so
yes.
maybe you don't understand the
That's right.
information. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. Well, that's interesting, Becca. Now it's your turn to tell me a joke then. Which joke do you
Mm,
have for me now?
I found some puns.
Yes, that's
Not
nice.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, what do you call a witch that's sitting in the middle of the desert?
A witch,
Trembling
a
witch
witch that's sitting
sitting in
in
the
the
middle of
middle
the desert.
desert, and she's trembling,
Yeah, trembling with fears.
trembling with fear. What do you call a witch sitting in the middle of a desert, trembling with fear? Um, Let me
Mm,
think a little bit to see if I
mm.
can think of something. Um, oh, yes,
Wow.
I know. Look,
Really?
yes. A witch in the middle of the desert would be a
Trembling.
sandwich. And it's trembling, so it's a peanut uh, butter jelly, because jelly trembles, sandwich. A peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Very close, but
Really?
not peanut.
Not
This
peanut.
one is life, a life.
A life.
Yeah.
What do you mean by life?
Uh, Peanut is without is not alive without any. I mean this one is one kind of animal.
Oh, it's an animal.
Mm.
Ah, so it's not peanut butter, but it's an animal instead of the peanut butter.
Something in a sandwich.
Something in the sandwich.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad I was able to find the sandwich because I was thinking which, and
which
then
and
and then
desert
sand,
sand.
desert, and sand. I was trying to find the connection, but you see, I'm glad I found the connection with the sandwich. Jelly, because jelly trembles, and
Trembling with fear.
the fear. Well, something that's makes you afraid, and something that's in deserts. A desert. Well, something that's dangerous in the desert would be a scorpion. Scorpions are dangerous in deserts, so that would make you afraid. Uh, what trembles in the desert? A mirage? No, but that's not an animal. We want an animal here. Desert animals. There are not all that many desert animals, actually. Mm.
Um,
No, I think I've done as much as I can think of because, as I say,
okay.
I often can understand about 50% of jokes
Yeah, you are
that
you're smart. Yeah.
by God's grace, I thank the Lord for that. So normally it's every other joke I understand. Like one joke I know,
Uh-huh.
and then
Uh-huh.
the next one I don't know, and then the one after that I know, and the one after that I don't know. But in this case, it wasn't one joke I know and the other one I don't know. In this case, it's half the joke I know, and the other half I don't know. So it's still 50%
Uh-huh.
of the joke, but not 50% of jokes, like one yes, one no. It's
Mm-hmm.
like one joke, I understand half of it, the sandwich half, which is a witch in the desert. Obviously, it's a sand witch because there's a lot of sand in the desert. Jelly because it trembles, which is actually more than half. It's 2 out of 3. But the third thing, which is the animal at the beginning,
Just very
um,
common animal. You don't need to think
oh,
about it's related to the desert.
oh, well then, if it's not related to the desert, it could be absolutely
Yeah.
anything. But if it's something that makes you afraid, actually, there's snakes in the desert, so that's dangerous. But it could be a dog, it could be a cat. I mean, there's so many
Do you
animals.
want to hear
Yes,
the answer?
I
I'm
think.
not sure why
No,
why
I think you'd better tell me because I can't think.
why is this animal
Yes.
uh, a chicken sandwich?
Oh, of course, because a chicken is afraid. Okay.
Oh,
It's a chicken sandwich. Okay.
it's chicken
Now,
sandwich.
now, I
Mm.
understand that, of course. Oh, there isn't any jelly in it. There isn't any jelly.
No.
Ah, because jelly normally trembles, see?
Uh-huh.
So if I'd have said a jelly sandwich, actually, that would have been correct because jelly is something that trembles, and then you have the witch in the desert, so it's a sandwich. So a jelly sandwich would be correct because it would be uh, a sandwich, a witch in the desert who is afraid because the jelly
Mm-hmm.
makes the sandwich tremble. You see, when you have
Mm-hmm.
a big jelly, you know, the jelly's going, it's trembling like that.
Okay.
See,
Uh-huh.
but actually, there is an expression when somebody is chicken. Have you ever heard the expression when somebody is chicken?
Somebody is a chicken.
Yes,
You mean the chicken is it mean um he is so scared and
that's right. When somebody
he
is scared,
uh,
when somebody is afraid, when somebody is a coward, when they're
mm.
not courageous, they are not brave, we say they are chicken.
Oh, they are chicken.
Yes,
Okay.
and then the person who's telling the other person that they're chicken, to make them understand that they're chicken, they go
Uh-huh.
like a chicken, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so they just go around making chicken sounds to make the other person understand that they're chicken, that they're afraid, and that they're not ready to face up to the situation. They're not ready
Mm-hmm.
to be brave or courageous. And so they're like a coward. A coward is afraid, you see. A
Mm-hmm.
coward runs away from situations. So
Okay.
that's why I can understand chicken as being someone who's afraid
Oh,
they are
you are a
chicken.
chicken.
That's right. You're a chicken. You're afraid.
So chicken match sandwich.
A chicken, right? A chicken.
Trampling with fear. Okay.
That's right. A chicken sandwich is also a sandwich that trembles, just like a jelly sandwich, but chicken's even better
Mm,
because there's a double joke there, you see. Jelly is
mm.
just obvious because jelly
I
trembles.
think this joke quite interesting.
It is. It
Match
is very
everything,
interesting.
right? Okay.
Yes, it is very interesting. Well, I'm glad I
Okay.
was able to have at least half of it, or even the whole of it, if you accepted the jelly. But let's
Okay.
say your version was even better. So
You mean
with the
oh to
chicken.
add the chicken
Yes,
sandwich.
the
Okay.
chicken's even better because that
You
gives
are
an
chicken.
extra joke because it's a play on words on the real chicken and the person who's acting like a chicken. That means
Oh,
afraid.
actually, I don't know.
You've never heard that expression when
Yeah, I heard that before, but I
ah,
didn't
you didn't know what it meant.
put them together.
Ah, now you know what it means if
Oh,
somebody tells
chicken
another
sandwich.
person that they're chicken, that means they're afraid, they're a coward, you know, they're not brave,
Oh,
they're not courageous.
uh-huh.
Ah, so it's
Okay.
good. You've learnt a new word of vocabulary. Let me write the expression. For example, if somebody says, "You're chicken,"
You
and
are
that is
chicken.
the expression, "You're chicken" or "You're a chicken." Either "you're chicken" or "you're a chicken" means you're afraid, you're a coward, you're not brave.
Mm, okay.
Okay, that's great. So it's good that you've learned this new idiomatic expression, obviously, very idiomatic. It's
Uh-huh.
an idiom, of course, because it's not true. The person isn't really a chicken. And it's a colloquialism as well. And it's a new native level English speaker expression for you, Becca.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is what the native level English speakers would say. So it's good. You've learned a new word there or a new expression. That's great. Okay. So my turn to tell you a joke this time, Becca.
Okay.
Right. Uh, let's have a look. Now, I don't think I told you any animal jokes yet, have I? Did I tell you any animal jokes yet or not?
Crocodile.
Oh, yes, I told you about the crocodile last time. But here I'm going to tell you about another joke, and I'm going to put it in the Skype chat, and you can just read it to give you a bit more reading
Okay.
practice than Becca. There we
Okay.
are. I put it in the Skype chat. Can you see it?
Yeah. Snake,
Okay. Yes,
rattle.
rattlesnake. Yes. If you could read that for me, then please, Becca.
Okay.
Thank you.
Two men are hiking through the woods
Yes.
when one of them cries out,
Yes.
"Snake, run!"
That's right.
His companion
No,
laughs.
companion.
Companion
That's right.
laughs.
Laughs.
Laughs
Laughs.
laughs
Yes.
at him.
That's right.
Oh, relax. It's
Yes.
only a baby, he says. Don't you?
Oh, I've forgotten. I should open it up because, I found it now. Um, so I need to add something to it because actually I just did a copy paste of the joke, but I forgot to open it up to give you the punchline. There we are. So this is the punchline. Can you see that, Becca?
Don't you hear the rattle?
Rattle.
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 You know what
Rattle.
you know what a rattle is, Becca? What is a rattle? What is a rattle? Do you know what a rattle is?
No, rattle.
Any idea what a rattle is?
Rattle. Series of short, faster knocking or tapping sounds.
Yes, of course you have the rattling sound. I mean, yes, you could talk about a rattle as a sound, but it's also an object, not just a sound. Do you know what it means when it's an object, when the rattle is an object? I mean, it can mean, yes,
Gossiping. Gossip.
gossip,
Oh,
possibly. Anything else?
adjective. You mean the adjective?
No, a noun. It's a noun.
A noun.
Yes, another noun. What would be another noun? A meaning for the word rattle as a noun, if the rattle is a noun.
Rattle. Rattle.
Rattle.
Rattle. Disturb.
Well, I mean,
Upset. Ruffle. Is it ruffle?
that can be used as a verb to disturb, to upset. But here we're talking about the noun, not the verb. Do you have any other nouns for the word rattle?
Chatter.
No, I think I'd better.
Prattle.
No, I think I'd better tell you then. Now, well, you tell me, what do babies have, either in their pram or in their cot or in their cradle, which the baby can play with, which makes a noise? What is that called, Becca? The little toy that babies are given to play with, which makes a noise when they shake it. What is that called?
The bell.
Well, a bell, of course, yes. If you shake a bell, it would make a noise, but the noise that it makes isn't ding-a-ling-a-ling like a bell,
Oh.
but it would be chick 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 chick. So
Oh.
what makes the sound chick chick chick? or do you know what is the name of that toy that when the baby shakes it makes a rattling sound. It goes. Do you know what
I,
that's called, Becca?
the toy.
Yes. What is the toy called?
The chain. The chain.
Well, the sound it makes is, but in fact, what it is actually a rattle. So it has the same name as the verb to rattle, and it's actually a toy that a baby uses. And so that is why in the joke we have the situation where the one person, says, snake, run. But the other person says, oh, relax, it's only a baby. Don't you hear the rattle? Because babies shake a rattle. And so, because babies shake a rattle, the other one
Oh,
says it's only a baby because he hears the rattle. But in fact, he didn't realize it was a rattlesnake.
okay.
But
Uh-huh.
even if he wears a rattlesnake, then, I mean, he thinks it's a baby snake because he hears the rattling. Like the snake has a rattle and it's shaking it like the babies shake a rattle. So that's why he's saying it's a baby, because he hears
Okay.
the rattle, which is the toy that the babies usually shake. Do you
Okay.
see what I mean, Becca?
Yeah. You mean the baby always baby's toy uh,
Yes,
will
normally,
make the same sounds. So
exactly.
okay, it's just a
That's
baby
it.
snake. Okay.
That's right. That's why he thinks it's a baby snake, because he hears the
Okay.
noise that a baby would usually make when it shakes a rattle, you see.
Okay.
But obviously, in this case, it's a snake that's a rattlesnake that makes the sound of a rattle, you see.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You,
Great.
you, you understand that, Becca. And so
Yeah.
you've learnt a
Mm.
new word. You now know what a rattle is.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yes, you know what a rattle is. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm very
Okay.
pleased for you then. That's great. Okay, well, we've come to the end of our time, Becca. How did you find the lesson? Was it interesting, helpful, useful for you? Did you learn some new things?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's
New
wonderful.
words and new explanation
Yes.
to the sounds and
Mm.
to the behavior. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. And new variations of your joke, like, not only two, it goes in one hole
One
and comes
whole.
out two holes, but
Oh.
it can also go in one hole and not come out of any hole at all. I was thinking of a sock, or a stocking. When
Oh,
you,
yeah, you're smart.
well, by grace, of course, I always give the glory to the Lord, because a sock or a stocking has one hole at the
Hmm.
top, but there's no hole at the bottom, you see.
Yeah.
And there's actually one joke where um, uh, it goes in one hole, but it comes out of five holes. Can you think of what it is if it goes in one hole and it comes out of five holes?
I know the groups.
The what?
Groups. The groups. Put on
Ropes.
your hands the groups. Some.
Ah, but it's a special type of glove, because
Yeah, yeah. You
usually
need to.
gloves don't have holes at the end, but there's a type of glove called mittens. Have you heard of mittens?
Uh, yeah, I used to, but I seldom use this one.
Ah, but it's a glove where each of the fingers comes out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the middle of the main part of the glove. So it only covers the hand, but the fingers actually come out. So you can still use your fingers, but your hands are nice and warm. You see what I mean?
Oh, so you call these gloves
Mittens.
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 Okay,
It's a special kind of glove. So
mittens.
you put your hand in one hole, the big
Mm-hmm,
hole of the mitten,
mm-hmm.
and then each of the finger comes out of the smaller holes, So it
Uh-huh.
goes in one hole and comes out of 5 holes. Wow, a new record.
Oh, okay. Mitten.
Mittens.
So
Yeah.
what's your answer? Mittens.
Mittens is the answer. That is. It's the type of
Ah,
glove
okay.
which has 5 holes where the
I just
fingers
don't
come.
know the exact name, but
Ah.
similar situation, right?
But you said glove, so it was half right. So you see, you're also now beginning to answer half of the joke.
Half
50%,
joke.
50% of the joke, like I often do. So you're progressing. Well done, Becca.
Oh,
50%.
okay.
Yes, well done. You found the type of clothing, but not the specific name for it. But you were in the
Yeah.
right category of something you put on your hand. So well done. 50%.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
Thanks.
well done, Becca. Okay, well, thanks again for the lesson. All the best, Becca. Take care. Keep well.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're ever so welcome. And I look forward then to speaking with you again next time in our next lesson. That'll be great. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks, Becca.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay.
Thanks.
See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.